Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing an unboxing of a wig I ordered from AliExpress, and I'm going to be doing a couple of, test runs with the flat iron to see how the hair reacts to heat and how it reacts to water. So stay tuned and you'll get to see the details of this wig. So I ordered this wig off of AliExpress. It is a 613 blonde. That is the lightest color of blonde you can get for those who aren't familiar with weave or wigs and all that. So 613 is like a platinum blonde. It is a lace front wig, Brazilian straight, 13x4 lace front. It said it's human hair and that it's virgin, and it has a pre-plucked frontal. I paid $123.58, and the density is 150%, and it is 18 inches. So the seller of the wig is called ALOT. That's literally what it's called. They have some good feedback on here. They got pretty much almost 5 stars. They got 4.7. So it looks like they have good reviews, so I went ahead and tried it out. My plan is to take this wig and dye it ash blonde. So in order to do that, if you're gonna be dyeing your hair, it has to be virgin hair. And you also wanna make sure that you get like a higher density. So typically wigs come in 3 densities. You have 130%, 150%, and 180%. When you're talking about dyeing hair, especially when it's a blonde wig, you want to go with a higher density, because sometimes when you dye the hair, it will shed, or it just depends on the quality of the hair. Depending upon the quality of the hair, it may just naturally start shedding anyway. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you get the wig a little bit thicker, because by the time it sheds, you don't want it to be like super thin. But let's go ahead and unbox this wig. So the wig came in a cute pink box. Pretty basic. I've seen like nicer packaging, but it's fine. You know, I'm not paying for packaging. So the wig came with a black wig cap, and I think there's 2 in here. And it also came in this cute red organza bag, which I actually do like this for storing the wig. This is actually a really nice idea. I would probably opt to store it in this over the box. So I do like that they included this cute little bag. But let's go ahead and get the hair out. We're looking at the transparency of the lace. So the lace is pretty transparent. I think that the knots could be bleached. They could stand to be bleached, but they're not bad. So honestly, if you were to apply a little bit of powder on there, like a face powder, which you would use, or like your skin if you were doing makeup, if you were to apply that underneath here, that would cover up any of those knots and make it like the skin tone, make it your skin tone. So that's an option. But the hair feels very soft. Okay, so I want to show you guys how much they pre-plucked this wig. So it looks like they thinned it out pretty well. So if you are newer with lace front wigs, if you do not get a pre-plucked frontal, it will be extremely thick along this hairline. It will not have a natural density or a natural transition actually on your hair. Your edges, of course, are thinner. They're not as thick as the rest of your hair. I mean, some people do have thick edges, but for the most part, most people's edges are like thinner, and then it builds up and the hair gets thicker as you get towards the middle. None of the baby hairs appear to be cut. So that's actually a good thing, because most people, they want to customize the length of their baby hairs. So that's good, they didn't cut it. And some people don't want baby hair at all. So that works out perfectly for me. I can cut it to whatever length I need it to be, and it'll be fine. So I got my tape measure. I am going to go ahead and measure this wig. Let's see, is it really 18 inches? So I have this measured out at 18, right in there. So it should be 18 all over. So I'll just grab a piece of hair right here It's falling at 18. Some parts are a little longer and some parts are a little shorter, but for the most part, it's falling at 18 inches. Like for example, in the frontal, it's more like 14, 15. So I'm guessing that the 18 inches applies from the back of the wig. So the frontal is a little bit shorter, more like 14 to 16 inches. So the longest length of the hair is 18 inches, but you have various lengths in here, so it's kind of layered a little bit. So now let's do a check for shedding. Okay, so we have completely brushed it out. This is how much hair came out. So it's not a lot, and there's actually a couple red strands in there. So that's from the current wig I have on. So it's not shedding badly, so that's good to know. Keep in mind, a lot of times these blonde wigs have been heavily processed, so a lot of them arrive shedding. Like they come out the box shedding. And I've had some blonde wigs that shedded horribly. Like it would be all over my clothes, and it can actually be, you know, embarrassing because your hair is like, it looks like your wig is falling apart. So it's nice to have a wig that's not shedding crazy like that. Let's talk about the smell of the hair. So when I first got this hair, I did not wash it or anything. I still have not washed it. And it does have a processed smell. I don't know if I would say it stinks, but it definitely smells like it came from some type of factory. I think what I smell is I can smell the bleach. So yeah, it smells like bleach powder. What I would like to do now is I want to run a flat iron through this hair and see how it reacts to heat. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to wet the hair after I just flat ironed it, and let's see, does it go back wavy? So this hair kind of has a little bit of a wavy pattern. It's mostly straight, but there's a little bit of wave. So I just want to see what happens if I wet the hair again. And it appears to be going back. So it is not remaining straight. So if you put heat on this hair and then you wet it, it will go back to whatever, I don't even know what you would want to call this. It's kind of straight, but it has a little bit of a wave to it. So it's just more so a little bit frizzy. So if you're looking for like a bone straight look, you're definitely gonna have to run a flat iron through this. But from what you saw in my earlier video, when you run a flat iron through this hair, it does straighten out very well. It still has a nice texture, still very silky, still very soft. It didn't seem to be damaged by the heat I put on it. I put the flat iron on 400 and it got completely bone straight. We're gonna see how this hair does by the time we dye it, because that's a whole nother story. Some of these wigs, they're not about that life. We're gonna see if this wig is going to survive. Will it be able to survive Nikki? Because a lot of wigs have come into this house and they didn't survive. They didn't make it. Thank you guys for watching my review of this hair. So the next video I will be doing will be me dyeing the hair. So I am looking forward to that, hoping that turns out well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for supporting. Bye.